and I hope that is me live. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting for a complete test stream. I'm hopefully outputting to two sources, so if you're watching from Kick, welcome. This is my first time ever on Kick, and if you're watching on YouTube, you're wondering what the hell I'm waffling on about, because you're used to it by now. But yes, I have hopefully resolved the issue regarding the what's it called? Mobile device sounds. Hopefully I've resolved the mobile device sounds. I won't find that out until somebody actually tells me, or I go back and watch, but fingers crossed. So, welcome back to anyone who was here last night, and anyone who's not aware of what I was doing last night. I was kit bashing a winged hive tyrant. He's very big bloody wings as well, along with the actual hive tyrant you can make in the box if you buy it direct from Games Workshop or a third-party retailer. You might have some of those, I don't know. I am also going to have a drink because I've not been awake too long. It was a late night last night. So coffee it is, and then we shall get gluing. And I hope this is working as a dual stream. It appears to be working fine, so we shall see. We shall see. I've got to move this way to go into the phone, but I've got to keep really over this side just to keep things on the phone as well. The phones don't have a big screen, do they? Well, as I said, this is just a test stream to see if Kick works, and it will allow me to go out there. I don't know what this is telling me to do. It's telling me I have something. I don't know what I have, so it's confusing. I have the base tub, so I can do the base in. But I also have some super glue, so I can put the rock on the back so this guy stops falling over face forward. I ran out of super glue last night, which wasn't fun. Not when you actually needed it to finish the project. But the good thing is, because I'm putting a rock on it, I shouldn't need to paint said rock because, well, it's already a rock. What's the point in painting a rock to look like a rock when it is a rock? See? Makes sense. Good morning, Lee. And, right. BC, good morning. Ali, good morning. And for some reason I'm not getting those messages up in chat. That is odd. That is really odd. I'm only getting messages from certain places. So I've got Lee said hi, I can see that one. But the one that's actually up on the screen, where BC's popped in and Ali's popped in and Lee's popped in, I can't see the chat. I wonder why that is. Am I just knocking everything off my fucking desk? Have I been on for 5 minutes? No, I've just put YouTube's little rules. I've just swore before 5 minutes, so this one's not going to go anywhere, is it? Oh well, let's get the super glue started, which is a pin straight down the nozzle. There we go. We've opened the super glue. And I selected this nice red brick rock. Hello, Beaky. See, I can see Beaky saying hi, lads. But for some reason I can't see the others. That's frustrating. That is really frustrating. I don't know why that is. Now I can see everybody else popping up in here. But I can't actually. Right, I'm gonna have to cheat and put my phone on so I can read the chat. Otherwise I can't read. I've only got 2 messages on it, and that's not a good thing. Pardon me. I sent Twisted his parts that he needed over this morning. And while I'm trying to find out how I can get access to the chat of my own stream, just bear with me a moment, please. Yes, please, Sparkles. I'll have a cup of tea. I said I'll have a cup of tea. While I'm trying to find out how I can get access to the chat. No. Yeah, I'm going to finish this in a second. So there we go. I can read it now if I'm on mobile. I can read it. It shows me the mobile chat, so I can hopefully keep track with everybody now. So super glue onto the bottom of this, and then I did clear a space for it to go ish back here. It just really just covered my hand and all over my finger at the minute. So put it in the rough place that I'm going to need it to go, which is not visible on camera. That's very good, isn't it? Beaky said strong with 2 sugars as well, please. Which we'll keep a remember of, because it's going to happen again in a few weeks. Wherever put my lid? Oh, I swear to God, I'm losing my mind, people. I don't know how you put up with me. Ali, you'll have one too, please. Yes, Ali, I am multi-streaming. I am on Kick at the moment and also on YouTube. But I don't know if I can see Kick's chat. So I won't know that until somebody from Kick says something. And then hopefully it'll pop up in my live chat there and I'll find out. So that's hopefully the rock glued in place. So there we go. Now we got a big rock behind him, see? That should stop him from... There we go. There we go. He doesn't fall forward anymore. I know the stupid things you've got to do to balance a model. Thank you, Ali. Yeah, even though this is a test stream, I will be streaming tomorrow morning and some Thursday night, hopefully. I think we're actually going to Blackpool on Thursday, so it might take a while. I don't know if we're back on time for Thursday night. But this seems to be working fine. I've just got to sort There's no toasted currant tea cakes going, I'm afraid, Beaky. But let me know when you come in and I can pick some up. Toasted currant tea cake and a brew. Can't go wrong, can you? So now we need PVA glue. And we have PVA glue. And we'll start with the normal Hive Tyrant. So we'll start with this one, because he should be easy to spudge all over the base. And let Big Boy dry for a second. Take the Hive Tyrant. God damn it. Yeah, I see. It seems to be different depending on which device I'm looking on. But if you are on mobile devices, could you let me know if your volume issues have been sorted? In fact, I can do that myself very briefly. I'm just gonna... Why is desktop audio picking up? Or what is desktop audio? Is desktop audio picking? No. Right, I'm going to mute desktop audio, and then hopefully I can click this button and then I give myself a quick check on my mobile, see how the volume's coming through. How you doing, Max? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Um, it doesn't seem to have affected it like I hoped it would. It's a little bit louder, but not that much. So I'm going through full trial and error of what I can and can't do to help with volume issues on devices I don't control. And so far there seems to be very, very little. So Max, if you are on your phone, which I believe you are, and you may even be coming over from Kick, I don't know. But if you're on your phone, you might have to turn your volume up a little bit. For some reason, phones don't like me. And they don't like me talking anyway. Ignorant buggers. You'd think that's one of the main things they want you to do, really, and it is to get the volumes right. But no, apparently not. So now we glue in the base and smear it all over. I did choose that word on purpose. You've got to love the word smear, haven't you? It's a great word. And yep, I've got lots of... I don't know what's going on. I've never done this dual stream thing before, and people are... Yep, it's weird. Oh, don't you start, kitty. You've just been fed. You've just been fed and you just had a full pouch. Don't start. And you've just been ordered some nice tasty stuff, so... It might work in my favour, Ali, you are right to do this tomorrow, which is why I'm running the test today. Because the one thing I didn't want to do is try it tomorrow and it just completely naff up on me. Because I'm not set up right. At least this gives me a starting point to go, right, okay, why was that like that? Why was that like that? And why didn't that work? And stop banging my head on the camera, that might help as well. So now that we've covered Mr. Hive Tyrant's base full of PVA glue, we get what is my standard basing for my Tyranids. We put him in and we go rah, and then he's based. See, he looks like all the other Tyranids now, just like his little Neurotyrant friend there. Problem is now I've got to do the big bloody wing thing, and I don't even know if half of this is going to fit in the bloody tub. Don't you know, pump it up, you got to pump up those. Ali, some of the sentences just, they really do confuse me sometimes. But not the full sentence, just a part of it. The rest of the sentence makes sense to me, and it's like, there's definitely a reference in there, but I'm missing it. I'm definitely missing it. Right, glue. Glue. As I said, this will only be a quick stream because it is a test. But it also means I can get last night's stream finished. Jack your body, pump it up. And I know the song, but yeah, it still confuses me as to how it links up with hitting like buttons and notification bells and stuff. That wasn't a plug, by the way. That was me just trying to figure out how Ali's managed to combine those two things together. Now this base is already slightly textured because I've got it from a spare base section. They only give you one base when you buy a Hive Tyrant, and obviously I've made 2 Hive Tyrants out of the box set, which means I don't have enough bases, or they didn't give me enough bases to start with. Well, they did technically, because I'm only supposed to have built one model, and I built him. Look, he's there. He's been built. No worries, Ali, we'll see you soon. So again, smear and smudge all the glue in the right places. I've had a very productive hour and a half so far. I've been to my town centre. I've posted something out to Twisted because I have spare Terminator Apothecary parts and he doesn't. I only have spare Terminator Apothecary parts because I'm not running Grey Knights. Get lots of this to make sure it's in all the right bits. Some cases, because of the size of this base, I'm going to have to sprinkle it over. Give it a little tap. Remove off any excesses from too far up the rock. And now we have Wing Tyrant based and ready to go as well. Sorry about scraping his wing down the microphone there, I didn't mean to. Yes, I agree with that, Beaky. I definitely agree with that. Ali's new nickname should be her superpower, which is Randomizer. Watch out, Randomizer about. There we go. So, does this work? Does this work with... Because I know I'm much bigger on the phone. So I think I might have to saw that out a bit. I don't like being that big on the phone. I want that to be bigger. How do I make that bigger? I think it's that one. There we go. That's how I put that in the right place. And that's how I make that bigger. I just got to move that so you can see my lovely face, at least partially. I'm going to move that over a little bit more. That should work there now. So hopefully I look better on the phone and you can actually see what's on my desk now. I don't know, it changes, it seems to fluctuate a lot, and I'm one of those that I was watching because I can't keep a track on the mobile chat in my live chat box that I have up. I've got to figure out how to change that. I don't know how to change my chat over, whether or not I need to add properties to the chat box. Nope. Do I add another chat box? See, now I've got two chat boxes. And it's still not helping me with that. So I can delete that one and keep this one. Hopefully. That will work. But it seems to run as two chat boxes. One for mobiles, one for desktop. And although it comes up everything in the box that you can see, I have to have two windows open. This is not easy. This is... I know I should have tried this before, but this is certainly different. And I believe the only way I can do this is to stream to Kick as well, which is already warning me the computer's screaming and shouting at me because my chip can't take it. Little caution box down in the bottom where it's telling me my CPU usage is extremely high. Yeah, the CPU usage has just jumped up even higher. It's nearly 50%. That is not good. But it works. It works. That's the main thing that I wanted to find out. The fact that I can hear myself in my own earphones and I have to have 2 chat boxes open is irrelevant. It works. So this is absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. I'm just going to put that there just to prove that I am. See, I've got to watch my own stream just so I can read that bit. And that shouldn't work like that, should it? I should be able to read it up on the screens. But oh well. So, yeah. We now have them finished. So we have the winged Hive Tyrant. And we have to put him that way because of the mobiles. Yeah, I'm aware now I've got 2 different screens to look at. With his big rock behind him. I may find some spare infantry bits and then paint them up and glue them on as well. But he's looking good so far. I'm happy with him. Again, it's the wingspan. It's taking up. How big is that bleeding wingspan? It's got to be about 8 inches. That has to be about 8 inches. Ah, but you're watching it on the PC, Lee. No. Oh, no, you're not. You're watching it on the phone.
You've got 2 separate ones going on.
And I have 2 separate streams coming up.
And I've just checked, and one is for them, one is for them.
Oh. Oh. So I have 2 streams. Right. That I didn't know. How the have I done that? I've no idea. I don't know how I've done that. So you can... Oh, I don't like this. That means Tia can play the game against me now. Nobody is allowed to go tell Tia from the Mini-Tav about this. Because, yeah, she'll mess my head up like I messed hers by typing one word in one chat box and one word in another. And it all pertains to the same bloody sentence. So I'm running 2 streams. I didn't realize I was running a desktop and a... Right. You cannot change these settings while I'm live. No shit, Sherlock. Right, so that's something I'm going to have to look at separately. Oh, that didn't work like I thought it would. I mean, it could work still if I run 2 streams and just have one mobile, one not. That should still work. Right, so this one is like I'm streaming from said phone. So it's like, yeah, I'm streaming that from there. Although it's... I think it may have frozen on my phone. I think it might have just frozen anyway. Oh no, there we go. I'm back for that. And it states the difference of portrait or not. My phone isn't liking this. My phone is not liking this. Maybe if I close a few things. As I said, this is a complete test stream because I've not done this like this before. So yes, it's a dual test stream gluing and then portrait mode. But it's not letting me actually go to the portrait mode one unless I go in this way. Right, so I'm back working again. It's moving. And now Ali's playing the game with me, where she's bouncing from one to the other, to the other, to the other, and I gotta now pay attention even more. Oh, that's great. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to mute myself again just so I can double check the volume on this. I've got a feeling I've not done stuff, so let's find out. Right, no, that's actually quite good. I'm louder on a mobile device now than what I was. So on previous streams I only ran on a desktop. Mobile devices, I'm now coming through clearer. So that's good. Anyone who's been watching me on a mobile device and thought, I'm not watching this dickhead because he's too quiet. If I start running it in this dual option mode, I'm going to be louder for you on screens. Also, I've positioned the camera so you can actually see what the friggin' hell I'm working on. And you don't get to see as much of the mess. I mean, everybody else on PC gets to see all this bit round here and all this bit round here and all this bit round here. But you get to see the nice, neaty-ish little bit in the middle. That's nice. Ali is correct with that. I will be live tomorrow morning reviewing issue 30. Oh, what is it? It's probably not even 30s. It's probably a 50 odds by now. It is almost definitely a 50 odds by now, actually, now I think about it. Let's go to YouTube. And I want to actually look at my own channel, because I am that vain, honest. What am I up to with the combat patrols? I've forgotten now. It will be actually issue 50. Issue 50 is a part 2 of the Death Dread. So I will get the I'll get the third sprue and the bases. Twisted, good morning. Good morning. Now you're watching me on the phone. You're watching the phone one. I can tell the difference now. I know how to, because you're not popping up in that box, you're popping up on here. Your birthday present's already been sent out, by the way, Twisted. Right, that's a cold coffee finished. Now I've got a hot cup of tea to start. Right, Twisted's on them. Not Twisted. Sparkles. I don't want to get those two fucking mixed up, do I? Jesus. Sparkles is on her way out. I don't know who would be more insulted. Actually, no, I do know who would be more insulted. It'll be Sparkles who will be more insulted because I've just insinuated she's got a penis. That's not a good thing, and Twisted's obviously going to be incredibly elated because I've just compared him to the woman that I love. So one person got a good one out of that, and one person, I'm surprised, hasn't slapped me around the back of the head. Yes, so Twisted, there is 2 streams live at the moment. There is a mobile device stream and there is a desktop stream. So for some reason I'm running the same stream, but depending on your device. But as you're on the mobile, you should be able to tell whether or not my volume's gone up or whether it stayed the same. I know I've been going for half an hour with pretty much nothing to say because, as I said, it's still a test stream. I'm relying on all your feedbacks. All of you, I need your feedback to let me know whether you're on the mobile or whether you're on the PC, how well this is coming through and how clear this is for you. And if you're used to my streams, is it about the same as normal? Or if you're on the mobile device, has it improved or gone worse? Because if there is, volume seems the same. Okay, that's fine. But it's audible when I I'll gone worse. See? Because if there is, so I can. Volume seems the same. Okay, that's fine. But see, it comes through fine on mine, audible, as you could just hear. So I am testing on every device that I have. Sparkles has been on hers. I've got the PC up and running, which is just screaming down my ear at the moment. It is quite loud, and I can't stand my own voice. But it seems to be working. That's good. I did forget to do that last night, so I need to do that as well. Which means I've got a crap load of ivory that's going to dry on this brush. Oh, Scheißen. I'll sort it out after stream. It's the better option. See you soon. So, yay. That doggy doo-doo can still hear me, but Beaky, you're on a PC. You could just whap everything up to 100 and your neighbours can hear me. TV volume is 11. Let's see if I change a setting here. If I change a setting here, does that... Oh no, I've just gone quieter. I've just gone a lot quieter. Now, where's the other setting? There's the other setting. Does that make me louder? Quieter? Is that just picking up more? Because I have 3 settings on my mic, and if I get the wrong setting, it does make me quiet. So hopefully this setting has upped the volume quite a bit. It was quieter, so we've gone quieter. That's gone quieter. I have to work with a delay as well. So the first click went quieter. The second click. So that one's quieter. We figured that one out. That one though should make me louder. That one seems to make me a lot louder. So I'm not sure between this one. I shouldn't need a clip-on mic. In fairness, the amount of YouTubers and streamers that I've seen using this exact mic. Fucking microphone. Oh no, there is. What happened then? I don't know. But yeah, I've seen a lot of YouTubers using this exact mic. So I don't think a clip-on will make much of a difference, if any. Obviously, positioning of the microphone will, if I have it right in front of me, to the point where it's like, there. You can't get away from me. I am like, aha, from a microphone. Yeah, another gimbal arm. That might be a nice idea. If I can get something that'll attach it to this without dragging it down too much because of weight. Like, I've got to tighten that up again because right, so the louder setting is actually what I want then, Buzzard. So I need that louder setting, which is the one I've got it on as far as I'm aware. I have it on the loud setting, the pick up everything in the fucking room, even if a mouse farts type setting. You have a spare. I'm guessing you mean clip-on mic. But again, I don't think the clip-on mic's gonna be the resolution for this problem. So I think trying to get this more in this type of area or this type of area might be better. Oh, a spare arm. Can't fit any more arms on this. What, 1, 2, 3. Technically it's an arm, but it's got a monitor attached to it, so it's 4 at the minute. It's just 4. Well, my cameras do both have microphones on them, but I wanted a dedicated source for sound. Hopefully it does help a lot, that. I just don't have enough camera arms. I mean, I've got this one with my main camera on, this one with my wide angle GoPro type camera on, and then I have the arm with my light and the great big whopping arm with my monitor on. So it's getting a bit clustered. Now, if I can move a lot of my stuff off the desk, including the full PC itself, which is there. See? Nice and loud noise to boom against it. If I can clear that space, I could fit more arms. I could actually fit cameras and monitors in better places as well. Yeah, but Beaky's got 3 arms. So he can have a brew, open the door, and still touch himself at the same time. I'm not saying that's what he does with his 3 arms. I'm just saying he's got the options to. Well, thank you for helping me troubleshoot all this lot, people. Thank you. And everyone who's giving feedback as well, just to help me try and resolve a few issues. Go to Dashboard Live, see if that settings will help me do stuff. What happens if I turn that off? Nothing. Okay. If I click on that one, and then I go to live chat, and then pop out chat, I can make it a bit smaller, and then I can put it there, and that should. It is. I've got both chats up. Fuck yeah. You learn something new every day, don't you? I mean, I blocked half of my screen so I can't see some of it, but now I can see both chats. I still have no idea if this is actually going out to Kick, so I suppose I better find that out, hadn't I? Open new window, And I wish to go to Kick. Actually try and find me on there. Can't remember. No. Alright, it's alright. Desktop audio's down. I thought you was going to hear all that complete random bullcrap that Kick was sticking up then. Let's see if I can remember the password for this. Is that right? Fingers crossed, eh? No. So let's try that one. Is that the right one? No, let's just go to password forgotten. Oh, can't find a user with that email address. That's possibly why I'm struggling to log in. Have I logged in as Lazy Mini Painting? I may have logged in as Lazy Mini Painting as opposed to my usual. So let's try that. And if I'm not logged in, then that's probably going to be a no to. Right, so they can't find a user with either one of them. So I'm going to guess I'm not on Kick. Which is an easy way of finding out if I'm on Kick. So I'm going to have to sign up, aren't I? Because if I'm going to start doing this, oh, hang on a minute. There we go. So midstream, yes, I am signing up to a different thingy platform. I've messed all that up as well. If I could type, it'd be wonderful, you know. And one special character. Of course it needs a special character. Please enter why have they sent me a code? A 6-digit verification code. Why? Why have they sent me this crap? Now I've got to go to this place. Or this next place and find out. Right, so he's not on that one. Which I've completely forgotten which email this is for. This is for Lazy Mini Painting, which has, yeah, Buy Me a Coffee has sent me that one. And so, ow, my head. I've not got my hat on backwards, so it's clocking me in the head now. That means I want to go check this Gmail, and hopefully send it to this one. There we go. I can't put this bit on camera, sorry. Do I accept the terms and conditions of this lot? Don't think I have much of a choice. Yeah, I don't get a choice. I can either accept or not. Okay, so hopefully now I can link it with a Kick. With Kick, and then I can start streaming on there as well. Oh, this is just friggin', yeah. This is just a whole different kettle of all sorts, this is. Just a whole different kettle of all sorts. I don't know what's going on with some of it. I really don't. I've lost where I put me. There it is. Hello, Francois. Hello. You're on the mobile version, so hopefully that means that it works better for you. I mean, I am trying. I'm just not 100% of his work. That's why this is a test. So I'm still naffing around and doing stuff. In fact, I should turn my hat around really, so I'll stop banging the. Yeah, loads of people. To be quite honest, I could do with going back to sleep as well. I've not been up. Yeah, I should have been awake a long time ago, and I've not been. So, right. So if that's working like that, that should be fine. Audio input devices turned way up. Way, way, way up. Yeah, the ritual of making coffee. See, I just went out and bought one. But I need the protein as well. So if that's not working like it should there, where on earth is it? There's got to be something somewhere that helps me run this. I mean, if I pay for the upgrade, I can stream to multiple platforms from here because I'm using Streamlabs. But as a default, it'll just set you up for YouTube and Kick. Just as default, and then anything else you've got to set something else up for. And I haven't. I've not set that up properly. So, yeah, that's a different matter entirely. And I will have to deal with that in another way. Let's go to live dashboard. I don't want to go to that live dashboard. As I'm trying to, this is a test stream, Francois. And as I said, I've been flicking around with mic settings. I've been seeing if it picks up differently from running it in the two different modes. So whether or not the audio will display differently or come out differently if I run it as a mobile specific, or at least one mobile, one not mobile, so I can have both. So fingers crossed that is going to help. Twisted said I sound about the same. You said I sound about 10% louder, which, I mean, 10%'s not nothing. And I've just bashed my camera out of the way in the wrong direction. So that's not a good thing. And now I need to pop that somewhere in the middle there, and I can see if I'm getting. Yeah, I still get the majority of my working area. He's trying to make sure I get my working area in here as well. Yeah, so I get the majority of my working area in on the mobile. So it's just how to get this volume thing right, because when I test it in my ears, I come through loud in my own head. I don't like coming through loud in my own head. It really doesn't help. Does that change anything? I'm still working out. I'm still working out. So, for some reason, if I turn my desktop audio on, it seems to be picking up like a mic, but is... Right, so there is an echo. So mute that, and that should remove the echo. Hopefully. Yeah, we just turn that down. Turn that down, that should remove that echo, and if I turn that off, it should remove the other echo. Bad echo. Bad echo. What else is picking up? Let's mute the desk cam, mute the collab cam, mute Discord. VLC shouldn't matter. Window capture shouldn't matter, but we'll try it anyway. It's fine now, right? Okay, so it was the desktop audio that was giving me echo. So I'll go back to my audio capture device. Hello, Kirsty. Kirsty, you're on the desktop version. Actually, a lot of streamers do wear headsets. It's just so they can come double check some sound settings. But now I realise that some of my sound settings are causing interference with other settings. Problem with too many USBs. Too many USBs. So I know how to sort the echo out now. Is turn the desktop audio off. I can't have the two running at the same time. I mean, I kind of just turn it down a bit. And I don't think... Is that causing the echo? Because if I turn them up, it may well cause the echo. But if I don't have them on, I have to have them on in case of a collab cam, but I don't have a collab cam at the minute. So I'm wondering if I can adjust that. Audio settings are not fun, are they? Audio settings are not fun. I don't think down mixing to mono is going to help. I don't think it's going to help anyway. So we'll try down mixing to mono and see if that helps at all. Hopefully. We'll see. I mean, I can't... We'll only find out if we click it, really, won't we? So we've downgraded to mono just for a brief moment. Let's close that just to make sure it applies to settings. And then we shall see. So Twisted has coffee making at the moment. Ali's trying it on her phone for me, thank you. And you're saying that I'm okay. Now has that happened since I turned on the down mix to mono? Has that made that difference where you don't have to push it up too high anymore? Or is that something else? And you're saying that I'm okay. Now has that happened since I turned on the down mix to mono? Has that made that difference? Oh, I watch Valorant videos, but he has his microphone here and doesn't. So if I was to hold the microphone here like this, then yeah, I can understand it. It's going to pick me up a lot easier because it's going to be right in my face. But it also means that I can't do what I'm doing on desk because I've got a microphone in my face. I know this will pick me up a lot easier. In fact, it's clipping. I can see it on the device is going beyond the yellow, it's going right up to the red. So I know how I could do it one way, but I'm limited on space. So to do it that way, I would need another boom arm to come in and essentially hold it there for me. So then I can still see, and that just gives me something else to bang my bleeding head off. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But if I can put it there, I know that would work. I just don't have any way of getting it to stay there. Oh, wait a minute. He says, I've just had an idea that will probably fuck shit up, but might work. So we put that on there like so. Angle you towards me like that. Now where's one? Oh no, see that just gets in the way of the camera now, doesn't it? See that? Yeah, that now it gets in the way of the camera. Bugger. That doesn't work because it's in the way of this. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to... No, don't. Right, let's try turning you that way instead. Don't be an ass. Right, does that get in the way of the camera? Please say that doesn't get in the way of the camera. Does that get in the way of any cameras whatsoever? Right, now how am I going to get it to hold there? Which is pretty much what I need it to do. I mean, I can't see my monitor now because the microphone's in the way of my monitor. But if I can get it to go there without twisting, then that might work. But it's just getting it to actually stay there. Yeah, now it shouldn't be visible because now it's kind of hanging off the side. Duct tape is a viable option at the moment. Duct tape is a viable option at the moment. I'm looking for an elastic band though, first of all. Just so I can hold it through tension rather than anything else, because there's wires running through this at the moment. Right. Give me a minute, let me go look for an elastic band. No, don't get caught in the fucking wing tyrant. Here, put that up there for now. No, don't put that up there for now. Because the wire's not long enough for it to reach the desk at the same time. Right, I need a... Oh, I do have zip ties. And I have... Right, bear with me a second. I'm going to put the Rogue's Den thing up while I'm not here. And I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go get zip ties and hopefully an elastic band. Right, hello again. I is back now. This was the most annoying thing because I've been walking around my house and I've seen zip ties, I've seen elastic bands. I know we have them in this house. I've seen them at least yesterday at the very, very, very minimum. Can I find them now? Can I? Fuck. So, that means I might be a bit of a tempted to do Arkeoke. I might. It does come out occasionally. I will admit it does pop through occasionally. Right, so if I can, because of the weight of that, I need to really get it tensed up and tightened. I need to really tighten that up. But there's only so much I'm going to be able to do with a piece of string. And literally, it is a piece of string that I'm using. Nah. So, I'm going to have to wait till Sparkles comes home, and then I'm going to ask her. See, there you go, you get to watch me do this. At least for a small moment. I'm going to ask her where on earth the cable ties have gone, and where is that zip tie bag that I saw that we had the other day before we went on holiday. See, now it just dangles in front of. Although, if I can get it there, that might work. Let's take that off the end there and rotate by however many degrees that is. Put that there instead. Come on, you son of a gun. Well, in this case, I'm using just plain old knitting wool. But because there's 3 little feet at the end of the microphone, if I can kind of wrap it round and get it nice and tight, I should be able to tie it on. In theory. That's in theory anyway. Then if I can, from there I can rotate it still. And if I can clip it into place with something a bit more secure, that would be excellent. But for now, I might have to just stick with that. I don't know if that's actually made the difference that I wanted it to, because I wanted it to be essentially there. Much closer to me, as it were. But that's not too bad. I mean, just touch it back by a little bit, and there we go. It's kind of, and you can see the wire, which was looped over this a minute ago, just to help keep it out of the way. Snippity snip, 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 snip. Now fuck it, lighter will do. Fuck it, lighter. There we go. So hopefully that will help. Has it helped work? Has it helped work? Oh, it's not having fun loading me back up. I know that much. So fingers crossed that has upped my volume level. By a considerable amount, if I'm lucky. He's upped it by a considerable amount. It does still mean I've got slight bit at the top here. I can't quite get it. There's a little bit of tiny little bit of overhang on top of the camera, but that's not too bad. You can see it, I believe, just at the edge of this camera here, so you know exactly where the microphone is. You hear it. If I can get the cable ties and I can actually get it to work, I'll be able to reposition it to be there instead. So, yeah. The one thing I want to do is keep it off as much off the painting camera as I can. I'm not too bothered about the face cam having a little bit of the microphone in there, but I want to try and keep it off the paint cam. If I can just adjust it ever slightly like that, boom, we have it. I mean, it's just up my CPU usage right up to like 56%. But it works. It seems to have worked. And I still don't have the lighter in my hand. That doesn't help. And I still have access to be able to dual hand things. Yeah, I can do with sucks. Sucks isn't too bad. As long as it doesn't blow, I'm alright. Don't mind being sucked. Blowing is not too bad either, I suppose. Right, so let's see if that's... Right, now I can bring the YouTube chat for the other one up now. And that should hopefully resolve some of my sound issues. Not resolve the mess issues, but it should resolve the sound issues. I'm really going to have to question Sparkles when she comes back as to where those zip ties are, because I know it'll improve even more if I can position it how I want it. I can kind of move a little bit closer, but well, it's frustrating because, as Francois says, other people don't seem to have this issue. So why the fuck am I having this issue? Because I'm using the same software. I'm using the same hardware in some of the cases. I mean, not everybody uses a Blue Snowball, but there are enough out there that I've seen using Blue Snowballs to know it's perfectly viable microphone to work and to use. It's not like I'm using a subpar mic like when I started. And if I had the settings wrong, I ended up going into the settings first, and I do that all the way through the stream. So, yeah. I've lost my chipmunk voice, which is great because I'm not using the old camera. So, I'm slowly getting better at this. It's just taking time. And as I said, sometimes if something's not pointed out to me, I don't know I need to correct it. So now I know, Francois saying I'm low on phones and devices. Right, okay, is that just one phone and device, or is that all phones and devices? Found out it's actually all phones and devices I'm low on. So change it to do mono. Right, that made it a little bit better. Reposition the microphone. That made it a little bit more better. You've got a sound deck as well, Lee. Ah, right. But that'll be more stuff going into my PC, and I'm already flooding it with USBs as it is. There's 1, 2, 3. Plus my extender, keyboard, mouse, game stuff, so controllers. I've got quite a few things plugged in already. And just for streaming, just the 3 setup, keyboard, mouse is 5. I have got other things set in, so the light itself is USB. So, yeah, I have a lot of power drain. Fingers crossed, if the conversation I was having the other night goes through as should, don't see why it wouldn't, but I'll put it that way just so there's no pressure. Yeah, if it goes through as should, I'll hopefully we'll have more options and more power in my machine, because it is taking a lot to do this. More than my machine should actually be able to do. I just get a lot out of this thing. Yeah, my CPU usage is spiking, which is not good. Which is not very good. Right, So by the sounds of it, I seem to have resolved a lot of issues today. As I said, I have done the. I've got to be careful now when I'm bringing things up because the microphone's there as well. So I've done the bass in and I've put the rock on for the Flyrant, which has got. I know he's got a non head, but I don't like the Swarmlord head. I don't like the big flat blade thing, you know, where it's just a long chunk with a big thunk flat bit on the. Essentially like that. I don't like the fact that he's got that instead of the spike. So, yeah. We'll leave that. I'm leaving with the non-head. Plus, he's looking down that way, and if he's supposed to be flying above things, he would be looking down on things. He wouldn't be looking forward unless he's fighting like a Helldrake or a Stormraven. Most of the time, flying things should be looking down to hit things on the floor. It is a possibility, Francois. As you said, I've been doing this for, nearly 4 years now? Thank you for calling me a likeable guy. I think I'm a cunt. But, thank you for calling me a likeable guy. It might be sound issues. It may be the audio. But this is the first time the audio's come up is when you've brought it up. Sparkle says she has to have me on full volume, but she can hear me on her mobile. And I think most other people in the past have either not commented or they've been listening on PC or television. So the audio thing's less of an issue because you've got more of a range. Oh, I know my PC's Liam, I know my PC's running high because it's telling me in the bottom corner it's coming up with warnings. CPU usage is high and it's getting hot. So I know it's running more than it should. But yes, going back to the audio issue, if it is something on mobile, because I'm aware a lot of people use mobile devices now. If it is a mobile issue, then I've never been aware of it up until very recently. And I have to, obviously, I have to hear it to find out how low it is, and then see if I can change it from there. Which, apparently putting it like 5 inches away from my mouth helps. However, putting it 3 inches away from my mouth helps even more. Found that one. But to do that, I need to raise it to about there, which will mean I need something to hold it in place at that angle. So then I can actually have it right in front of my face, about 3 inches away, and it still not be on camera. And it's doable. It's definitely doable. But I don't know just yet if I can do it. Because I'm going to need something to essentially hold that tension a lot more. So it can actually grip it and it's not moving then, which is why I wanted an elastic band, because then I can apply tension to the actual bands themselves. Yeah, I should be on stream. Am I on Steam? Yes, I am on Steam. But I don't go on it very often because this is my gaming desk. And it's full of paints and models, and I can't even fit a keyboard on here at the moment. So, yes, I am on Steam. It's just been a very long time since I've played a game on it. I need something that's going to apply a lot more pressure there. As soon as I release a bit, it slips. See? As soon as I release a bit of pressure, it slips from there. Now, my PC's not that great, in all fairness. It's a i5 1070 graphics card, but I do have 32 gig of RAM. So, yeah. It's got enough RAM to do it, it's just not got the quite fast enough chipset. Right, well, testing, as far as testing goes, seems to have worked out fine. The last little bit I need to do is when Sparkles come home, I need to find out what she's done with that elastic band, so I can use that and try and apply tension further to the microphone to get it to sit in the right place. If I can manage that, then tomorrow morning I will run it in this mode, so it's double mode again. Yeah, I think I've done okay with my test so far. Stop telling me my high CPU usage. You're not the only one, Ali. I've got to go as well. Children will want food soon. I'm not even sure what they're having, so I suppose I better go look and find out, hadn't I? And if not, I've got to go shopping. That's going to be fun. Yay. Well, your hard drives are attached to your PC, but I don't do any storage. I don't count my storage in that. That's just chip, graphics, and RAM. Storage is separate. I have an SSD for my operating system, and I have a HDD for general storage. But I'm gonna listen to my PC as it's screaming at me that it's getting too hot and it's getting overworked and it doesn't like it at the moment. So I will end this stream here for now, because I do need to. Basically, it's more physical than technical I need to do now. So thank you for everybody who's come in and helped today, and everyone who's come and joined, liked, subscribed, and done any of that stuff. Thank you, because it all mounts up and it all helps. And I will see you all tomorrow morning to do the Combat Patrol issue 50, which should be fun. I actually get to build a Death Dread. Never built a Death Dread. Always wanted to, but never done one before. So I will see you all tomorrow. Drive safe. Thank you all, and see you later. Now I've got to find out how to end this thing. Hopefully it all ends at once.